The pool stages of the Women's Rugby World Cup are done. We're into knockout rugby quarterfinals and some mouth-watering prospects ahead. I'm going to take a look through the round 3 games, see what that means to the tables, who's getting through, what the favourites are looking like, and finally, my pick for the team of the week. Let's dive straight in. Let's take a look at Pool A. England and Australia were fighting for top spot. Australia came out guns blazing, looking really good through the kicking of Halsey and Mleka, getting them onto that front foot and getting the first try at 6 minutes. England replied quickly through Jess Breach at 8 minutes, scoring a great try. From there, England managed to correct some of the mistakes around the scrums and they managed to build a strong, solid performance, getting those 47 points. Overall, for Australia, this is a great chance to learn. They've got a young team and is building that experience. They go into the quarterfinals looking great. They did secure their second place. For England, I still think they look like the favourites. Yes, there were some problems with the scrum, but they've come through the group with 3 strong wins and perhaps having something to focus on during their training, some areas to improve may help them prepare. The earlier game was USA-Samoa. US did have a chance to overtake Australia if they scored enough points, and Australia didn't get their losing bonus points, but it wasn't to be. The US did clock up 60, which is a great score, and there were some really solid performances. Samoa didn't make it easy, difficult to break down, and they did get some good counter-attacks. England finished top of the table and go on to face Scotland. Australia second, go on to face Canada. These sides played each other in Pool B. Canada recorded a convincing 40-19 win over Scotland on the scoreline, but in the performance, it wasn't all plain sailing. I thought Scotland looked great when they got the ball out wide. Their backs did a fantastic job of getting over the gain line. For Canada, there was some problems, but the forwards kept that momentum and controlled the game. I thought Emily OC and McKinley Hunt had fantastic games. Wales and Fiji were playing for third spot and pride. Neither side could qualify. However, it was a hotly fought game. Lots of tries. Fiji in particular, I thought were great through the centres. But what it came down to in the end was conversions. Wales missed their conversions, scored one more try. And yet, because Fiji got conversions, they got the top score, 28-25. So Canada top the pool, looking confident and strong. Scotland looking like a great contender, particularly with their backs and their wings, but there will be questions. Some of their kicking needs to improve and their forwards will have a challenge against England. On to Pool C, and it's New Zealand, Ireland. Ireland opened strong, good pressure from the first 5 or 10 minutes, but New Zealand weathered it. They didn't concede and they took control and they kept that control all through the game. Some fantastic tries, particularly from Sorensen McGee, could be contenders for try of the tournament. Overall, New Zealand looking like they're building strength and momentum and a real contender. It sounds crazy given they are the reigning champions, but England do have that favourite spot at the moment. Let's see how it plays out. For Ireland, it has to be just writing it off as a bad day at the office. They will be a bit worried about some of the injuries. They face a confident and strong-looking French side, and New Zealand go on to face South Africa. Japan faced Spain, and in the first half, Spain had an excellent game, controlling the game with the kick in, and they managed to get ahead. And I went in half-time 14 points to 5. But Japan came out, and they were so much more clinical, so much more well-organised, and they had a fantastic second half, scoring 4 tries. They won the game 29-21. Both sides will go out, but both had a fantastic end to the competition. So Pool C ends with New Zealand and Ireland in top positions, New Zealand going through top of the group. Pool D saw France take on South Africa. South Africa confident on their back of their win against Italy. France coming through, but looking so strong. The favourites will be the likes of New Zealand, Canada, and England at the top, but France just looks so well organised and they seem to have such good momentum. I don't think you can entirely rule them out. South Africa, a tough performance, but they'll be happy with their progression in the pool. Brazil opened the game against Italy with high energy. It looked like it could be an open game at the beginning, but it wasn't to be. Italy took control and it was a dominant performance. They're going to be disappointed going out of the pool stages, but they'll take some solace in that performance and hope to build for the future. So Pool D ends with France topping the group and a little bit of a surprise, but a happy South Africa going into the quarterfinals. This is my team of the week. I thought there were a couple of positions really difficult to pick. Centre, scrum half, they were really challenging. Overall, I thought out of the forwards, I'd probably pick Emily Tatosi. She had a fantastic game. And in the backs, Braxton Sorensen McGee had a phenomenal game for New Zealand. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe to support the channel.